What is coronavirus and how serious is the threat? My name is Shahab Anari, and I created this video because I was really concerned about myself and my family, and I wanted to know exactly what's going on. So I did a lot of research, and this video is based on the research that I did on WHO website and other authority websites. And full disclosure, I'm not a health authority. This is just a bunch of information that will hopefully help you clarify for yourself what coronavirus is and what to do about it. So coronaviruses are actually a family of viruses that can affect humans and animals. This specific coronavirus that is all over the news right now originated in Wuhan, China in December 2019 and therefore is referred to as COVID-19, coronavirus disease 19, COVID-19. And it can cause mild symptoms and it can cause severe symptoms that can actually lead to death. 98 to 99% of people will actually recover from this disease, but 1 to 2% will eventually die. And these are mostly people who have weak immune systems. Elderly people, people with chronic diseases, underlying heart conditions, lung conditions, diabetes, cancer, these types of people are more prone to death. But 98 to 99% of people will actually recover from the disease. The symptoms can be very mild, like the symptoms of the common cold, or they can be complicated, like fever, cough, shortness of breath, and so on and so forth. This coronavirus spreads from human to human through respiratory droplets, which means if you come into close contact with a person who is sick, if they cough, if they sneeze, and you're within like 2 meters of them, you can get the disease. Also, if you touch the surfaces where the virus is already there, and then you touch your eyes, your nose, your mouth with your unwashed hand, then you can get the disease. The symptoms appear 2 to 14 days after you actually contract the disease. So 2 to 14 days afterwards, you actually show the symptoms. And in the meantime, you might not be even aware that you have the disease, so you keep contacting other people and spreading the virus. There is no treatment or vaccine developed for coronavirus as of this moment. The vaccine takes a year to 18 months to develop, and all of the treatments are geared towards symptoms. So the doctors, the nurses, they treat the symptoms, the cough, the fever, the shortness of breath, and so on and so forth. But thankfully 98 to 99% of people will eventually recover. So what should we do to protect ourselves? Common sense. Wash your hands with soap and water for 20 seconds very regularly. If you don't have access to soap and water, use alcohol-based hand sanitizers. Cover your cough and sneeze with a tissue and throw the tissue away afterwards. Don't come into close contact with sick people. Disinfect very regularly the frequently touched surfaces. If you feel sick or if you are sick, stay at home. And if you develop more serious symptoms like the fever, cough, and shortness of breath, make sure you seek medical care. And it's different based on the cities and countries you live in. You may have to go to hospital, or you may be requested to call a certain phone number. Seek medical care in any way. And be aware of your travel history and let the authorities know about your travel history if you've traveled to places where there's a huge number of people affected with the virus. How about the masks? So there's controversy about the masks, but the thing is, if you're in close contact with a sick person on a day-to-day basis, for example, if you have a sick person at home or you're a health care provider, you'd better wear a mask. It can help you not get the disease. But if you're just going around the town and doing your stuff, the mask will probably not make a difference. Also, if you are sick or if you think you're sick, you have to wear a mask because it can help prevent the spread of the virus. The last thing I want to say is the importance of awareness and consciousness. I think media in general is doing a terrible thing about the coronavirus. The print media, TV, radio, social media, it's all about the bad news. They're just pumping out the negative news. You turn on the TV, coronavirus. Social media, a new case has been confirmed. It's all about the negative news. Let me tell you this. The virus is real, the threat is real, the fatality rate is 1 to 2%. There's no doubt about it. But the reality is 98 to 90% of people who actually contract the disease will eventually recover. And if we take the health measures, the usual stuff that I mentioned, we will most probably protect ourselves and our loved ones, and eventually the larger community and the larger world. So I believe we need to take the health measures, stop spreading the negative news, stop being overly worried and overly fearful about the spread of the virus, because eventually we cannot control it. And the only thing it will do, a lot of worry and a lot of fear, will decrease our immune system, will put our immune system at hazard. And that can cause us to get a disease, whether it's coronavirus or whatever else sickness it might be. So stop forwarding the bad news. Start thinking of the things that you can actually control, like washing your hands, not going in close contact with sick people, and let us all join forces and hold hands and pass this really big challenge together and arrive at safety.